Guess what beats your retirement plan? Guess what beats your stock market dividends? Guess what beats any investment that you have, except when that investment is high up there? I'm talking about $100,000 or more, or whatever you want to call it, maybe $50,000 or more. Guess what beats your investment plan? The very thing you throw in the trash, if you live in the right states. Now, a lot of people clown me for talking about bottle returns, but guess what? It beats your retirement plan. Guess what else beats your retirement plan? I just finished having a conversation with a cousin of mine, and this individual doesn't work right now. They're disabled because of a medical condition, and I understand that. And I said something to this family member, hypothetically speaking, because I used to do a lot of treasure hunting, and I have videos on here talking about me grabbing change when I'm out and about. So you could check out those videos. I have one video that's almost got 20,000 views already. I talk about saving $1,000 to $2,000 while living paycheck to paycheck. And I'm just going to talk about what beats your retirement plan and why bottle returns are scavenging or beats your retirement plan hands down. And how you could use that to increase your retirement revenue, so on and so forth. So a genuine hustle outbeats everything you can even think of that you could shake a stick at, that you could put on paper. Usually a genuine hustle. The very thing that I get clowned for, bottle returns, grabbing metal and scraps and taking it back to the junkyard, scavenging, finding free stuff to sell on eBay, yard selling and all that stuff beats your retirement plan. I don't care if you're blue tie, cool shirt Brian, working at an investment firm. This still beats your retirement plan, bro. You cannot convince me otherwise, because I know it. Now, for all you people thinking that you have to put on a tie and a suit to make a lot of money, or to look important or be important, you are an idiot. Yes, I'm saying it. You are an idiot if you think that a tie means that you're going to make more money or be more important than someone else. Because I can dress like this with a really cool shirt that I paid $5 for, and you never know. My net worth might be significantly higher than yours with your little tie. You'll never have an idea. So when you see me out in the streets and I got a $5 shirt on and some shorts that I got from Old Navy for about 15 bucks, or Walmart or something like that, because I don't really care about looking flashy in clothes, I care more about pure profits, don't assume that I'm less important than you. So the reason why is because, like I said, there was a time where I could take something like this, collecting bottles and cans, and make over $200 a month. Now, in order to do that with stock dividends, you're going to need to have about $50,000 in your portfolio. And I can do it with zero. All I got to do is walk around and pick these up, take them back depending on what state I live in, and I could just do it a lot. Now, I can take the money and invest it after I do it, but I'm telling you guys right now, when you want to laugh at the videos or think it's a joke and you think that it can't get you rental property income, think again. Don't sleep. I've been told that this was trash collecting. You guys, if I showed you some of the emails that people have been sending me based on my videos about bottle returns, people looking down on me, so much negativity. I've been called all types of things. Even sometimes when people would see me out and about when I was doing this a lot. Name calling. I remember at one period of time when I was homeless and I was collecting these, digging in the trash, people would say all types of, call me all types of names. And in fact, I do recall a time when someone threw like their McDonald's at me because I was near the trash can. and they purposely meant to throw it at me. The drink missed me. It hit the wall, but I still noticed that it splattered all over the place and almost hit me. But the fries hit me right in my torso area. It didn't connect to my face or anything. Most of it went over my shoulders or splattered around. But I remember what I thought to myself when that took place. I remember that I was thinking to myself that I feel bad for the people who are too stupid to realize that they're making a mistake. Why? Because it's the little things that people underestimate most of the time that drives people into the next level. I bumped into people in New York City where I've literally seen them do this all day and make more money than the average person going into work and working a full-time job, slaving for their master, and laughing at people who are independent doing this because of the pre-noted concept in their brain that that person's a vagabond. They could probably be right about that in some cases. They could probably be wrong, but let's look at the capital, the capital involved and the tenacity. Someone in New York City doing this can make about $300 to $400 a day. No lie. All right? And that's at the highest amount. The average person will probably stop at about $60, $70 per day, right? And some of those people are homeless or all different types of things going on. But the people that I see doing different, I used to see doing different hustles. I remember when I was homeless and I was younger and I was sleeping on the streets for the first time. I was sleeping on the bench. I bumped into a guy and I was trying to collect these, and we bumped into each other. It was almost like competition, but all of a sudden he said, "Let me take these bottles, young man." He gave me a $100 bill. I looked at the man. He pulled out a wad of hundreds. Gave me a $100 bill. That's the first time I've ever bumped into somebody like that. And that's what he gave me a $100 bill, and he says to me, you know, go get yourself a hotel or something, go, you know, shower up or whatever. And my first instinct was, no, I'd rather follow you. However you got that wad of money, I want to know what you do. So for the next couple of months, this man took me under his wing. I watched him. I studied him. I got to know his story, which was a pretty incredible story. This man built and also lost 3 very successful businesses. His life has always been up and down. He's been in the stock market. He's been in finance. He's done a lot of stuff. He's become a millionaire at one period of time and then lost all his money. But out here in the streets, he was the thing. I think that was the luckiest day of my life because I learned more being homeless than being in school or anything else. My lessons were deep from that period of time when I bumped into that gentleman. He showed me one of the most amazing things I could ever see in my life. This man went to Lower Manhattan, went through the garbage cans, would take out these hair things that these women would throw away, these expensive hair curlers. They had to be selling for at least $200 to $300. This man, he knew what was wrong with these things. Sometimes the coil or some sort of piece just wasn't working no more, but these women would throw them out and just go buy more. He would go to one of the shops and buy the piece. It would be like $11, $12, sometimes $20. Fix it, find out that it works, sell that curling piece for about $150, maybe $100 because it was used. And just like that, piece of garbage turns into $100. Now, if he sold a couple of those per day, doing all this other stuff, this man will walk around and make hundreds of dollars a day, sometimes $500, $600 a day. Okay, had tools on him, the whole 9 yards, sleeping in hotels when he was done. Now, He refused to live somewhere. He was free. Refused to do a lot of stuff. So let me tell you what my experience tells me to tell you guys who are watching. Stop underestimating the hustle. Anything can be done, no matter what your situation is. I don't care if you're a college dropout, a high school dropout. I don't care what your situation is. A pure hustle is good for anybody. So if you're working a job and your job ain't making your ends meet, but working 2 jobs ain't making your ends meet, or whatever the situation is, or you're in a hard situation, you're in a pickle, you got to hustle. What am I saying? Yes, invest. Do it. Invest more. But find out what you can do to multiply your money. Because sometimes it's necessary to learn how to multiply your money. This is a money multiplier. There's many different types of money multipliers. Scavenging is a great money multiplier. Try it out. Do it sometime. Don't be afraid of the hustle. Get your hands dirty. The people who don't get their hands dirty will never understand the hustle. So every once in a while, it doesn't have to be pretty. Sometimes it can be very ugly. And that's where I like to live at. In the places that are very ugly. Why? Because it's the most ignored place by most people. Either ignored psychologically or ignored in other ways. So think about this. Where people are failing to take risk. And sometimes risk are the simplest things in the world. You know what I call this? I call this risk-free money hacks. Because there's no cost involved except for your time. Some people will go out there and buy items to resell online. And yeah, I do eBay too. And I'm telling people, yeah, do that as well. And of course, I sell books too. Everybody knows about that. If you're subscribed to my channel, you know that you can buy my book, eBay Bully. Buy my book and learn how you can become a top-rated seller on eBay. Learn about my story. Even if you don't want to be a seller on eBay, buy my book because it's 99 cents. And by reading it, you can learn a little something about me. A little something about my story. How there was times in my life where I was a sucker. Why? Because I let people's perception of life enter my brain and tell me that their way of thinking was the right way to think, instead of getting a little ugly. I used to be afraid of public perception, but then I had to get rid of it. So I wrote books. Books that will help me get rid of public perception. That's right, because you are your own worst enemy. Why? Because you rather listen to other people instead of trying to find your way to tranquility. So when you're listening to other people tell you how to live and you ain't hacking your way to success, you're fooling yourself about what works and what doesn't work. And yeah, hustling does beat your pension plan. Hustling does beat everything else. But I'm not saying that it beats it in the long run. It mostly beats it in the beginning. So add it to your portfolio. Add everything you can to your portfolio. I remember people used to say, oh, don't drive Uber. I got friends who drive Uber that make a few $100s a day. Some new millennials are trying it. Some people are like, oh, don't invest in the stock market. I know people investing in the stock market making thousands of dollars a month in dividends. So watch out for what you throw in the trash, because somebody else is out there waiting for their opportunity to shine. And that's right. I'm one of those people. And I'm going to tell you guys like this. Attention isn't as fun as capital. That's right. So follow me on Twitter at the link below. Subscribe to the channel. And I know some of you guys are pressing the unsubscribe button. You don't like the new videos. Some people are like, why don't you talk about the same thing you've been talking about 2 years ago? It's because I changed. You want me to sit still. You know why? Because it makes you feel comfortable. Because you sat still. I don't sit still. I grow and I move forward. I'm not a sit still kind of person. I'm a different person than I was in 2013, 2014. And if you read my book, you'll know what kind of BS I was on. All right? I got comfortable sitting down, playing Xbox, being the moron. And then one day I got my wake-up call. It was the bank letting me know that I was overdrafted by hundreds of dollars. So I had to quickly get back on my feet, step up, wake myself up, slap myself in the face. I did a yard sale. Then I sold some other items on eBay, and I started moving. You want my story? Buy the ebook. Subscribe to the channel. If you're a real Spartan, if you're a real warrior, if you're a real ninja, if you are a true samurai, subscribe to the channel. Because I know all the people pressing unsubscribe, you're not warriors. You know what you think about me. You're like, oh, he's got another video. I'm sick of these videos. I watch them and it's disappointing. You could learn something. I'm not telling you that. I'm not your teacher. I'm here to give you some information that you can use. It might help you. So I'm not selling a course on YouTube. I'm not even trying to really hack you into some cult or draw you into some conclusion. I'm just giving you information, right? Some people, you're going to buy the book. Some people, you're going to follow me on Twitter. Most of you aren't. So guess what? I'm glad you're here. Why? Because you get to listen to this. This might help you. I'm not telling everybody you have to get my book. I'm not telling anybody you have to buy anything from me. I'm just talking to you because some of you are going to listen and it's going to help some people. I've gotten emails in the past from different people who I've helped greatly. Those emails are great. I love them. I get comments, people telling me, because of you, I was able to save my house. Because of you, I was able to put my kids in a better situation. You know, I didn't have money for school clothes for my kid until I watched your videos. I started savings accounts for my kids thanks to you. I started investing in stocks thanks to you. I started my eBay business thanks to you, and it's helping my family. We can go on vacation now. We never had money to do that. These are the kind of emails and comments and messages that I get on Twitter or whatever and stuff like that from different people. And I'm very thankful of it. Very thankful. So you guys have a great day. Enjoy. And don't forget, it doesn't have to be pretty to be profitable. Sometimes it could be ugly. It just depends on you. So don't run around with your tie thinking you're all important. Figure out what's really going on in your life. And every once in a while, learn how to get dirty. See ya.